Channel 7's Lauren Glassberg took us to Dallas, where Billy Joel and Elton John were warming up for their face-to-face tour. That tour stops in Little Rock tomorrow at War Memorial. Still don't have tickets? There are some left. Not sure if you want to go? This may help. Tonight, Lauren goes inside Texas Stadium for a look at the show. 42,000 fans are gathering at Texas Stadium in Dallas. Some are Elton John fans, others are die-hard for Billy Joel. But tonight, they're in for a treat, a concert that features both piano men face to face. Some people are calling this the concert of a lifetime, so you certainly can't pass up the souvenirs. You'll have to dish out the cash, though. T-shirts cost up to $30. But where else can you get both superstars side by side?
Well, we got an Elton John and Billy Joel T-shirt.
Now, do you like one of them more than the other?
I like Elton John better than Billy Joel, and she likes Billy Joel better than Elton John.
Who do you like? I like Elton. Who do you like?
No, we like Billy.
Billy's best.
Elton's better. No.
Billy. Controversy aside, there's great music to be had. So now the moment we've been waiting for, it's time to go in the stadium, and we are pumped.
It's a little bit funny.
The show opens with both Elton and Billy on stage, Brit on the left, American on the right. For those who can't see the stage up close, the two pianists are larger than life on big screens. Elton eventually takes the stage to himself, treating the audience to a variety of songs, including his Academy Award-winning Can You Feel the Love Tonight from the movie The Lion King. After a 10-minute intermission, it's Billy's turn. He belts out some old and newer numbers and rocks the crowd. The finale, though, is perhaps the best part. The two pianists once again going face to face, challenging each other and the crowd to get crazier and crazier. The show lasts almost 4 hours, and it's breathtaking.
Elton John, he really took the show. He really did.
And Billy made you rock.
But it was fabulous. It's a once-in-a-lifetime show.
I love you, Elton!
Billy Joel! Billy Joel!
For now, let's just call it a draw and let the good music roll right into Little Rock, where you can decide for yourself. In Dallas, Lauren Glassberg, Channel 7 News.
Evening, Bill.
Good evening, Elton.
And tomorrow on Live at 5 and during our changes that need to be made in the new laws. Well, as we said, the long-awaited Billy Joel Elton John face-to-face concert tour is arriving in Little Rock. We have a crew out there. Let's check in with Rob Johnson. Rob?
Karen, it's been a great day so far. We've been sitting through sound checks all afternoon. In fact, about 45 minutes ago, we heard somebody break into an Elton John favorite. And for a moment, we thought it might be Elton down there playing, but somebody quickly misplayed on the Yamaha piano, and we quickly found not Elton playing, but he should be here shortly, and the concert is set for 7:30. Before I get going here, I want to mention to people, you might want to get a pen and paper handy. We have some advice for all of you people that are coming here tonight in the way of parking and a lot of other things to help you out through the evening. First of all, we have some suggestions for you from War Memorial Stadium and the Little Rock Police. They're going to be treating this as if it were a football game, a Razorback football game. As you know, people come here 3 times a year to watch the Razorbacks, and usually it's very crowded. So we have a couple of ideas for you to make this a lot safer for you. First of all, when you come to War Memorial Stadium, you want to exit off of 630 on Fair Park, and they're going to turn that into a one-way street coming into the stadium. Both lanes will be coming one way into the stadium, as you can see right here on our monitor here. Now you can still turn onto Fair Park off of Markham for parking on that side of the stadium, but Fair Park will not be a, quote, through street during the show. For example, you won't be able to drive on Fair Park from Markham to I-630. That's really what that means. Now, leaving the concert, police will turn Fair Park into a one-way going the other way, out toward 630, so that it will be easier for you to get out there leaving the concert. Once you actually get to the concert, there are some things you need to know as well. For example, if you were sitting on the floor, and there are 7,500 seats on the floor here tonight, you need to go in certain gates. Gate 3A, Gate 5A, and Gate 11. Those are for people that have tickets on the floor, and as we said, there are 7,500 of them. So if you're going to be entering the field, you need to do it through those gates. And also, in addition, since the Rolling Stones concert, they made some improvements. They had some problems at the Stones concert, and now stadium officials have fenced off areas adjacent to the stadium on the east and west sides. stadium officials found out during the Stones concert that the concourse areas become too congested if the beer and the T-shirt sales are allowed to go on in those areas. So if you're coming in, you're going to notice some of those fenced-off areas, which we've highlighted here on our map for you. Also, here's another word of warning for all of you people out there. If you're going to get a babysitter, you might want to get that babysitter late, because as we found out from a Dallas concert that Lauren Glassberg went to a couple of days ago, this is a very lengthy concert. You might not get out of here until about midnight, and that's if you live close. So please keep those things in mind as you're going. In addition, if you have problems with first aid, if something would happen to you tonight, and we certainly hope that it doesn't happen to you, there are going to be first aid stations under the 7th, 14th, and 22nd sections, and they're all marked here at War Memorial Stadium, but it will be under those 3 for you. But we hope you all enjoy the show, and those are just a couple of things we want to tell you to make it a little bit easier for you. Now, as we told you, Lauren Glassberg, and as you've seen the past couple of nights, she went to Dallas Sunday to watch the show at Texas Stadium in Irving, Texas, and it was quite a show, and we're expecting a great one tonight, and she is standing by live down on the floor. Lauren?
Hey, Rob. They're actually doing more of a sound check, as you mentioned earlier. The sound check keeps continuing, and the energy is building here at the stadium. I was lucky enough to catch the show in Dallas on Sunday. It's a great show, and we are all lucky that Billy Joel and Elton John have decided to bring their face-to-face tour right here to Little Rock. If you're going tonight, here's a glimpse at what you can expect.
Not much, but it's the best I can do. This is my song, yeah. This one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done,
Both piano men on stage going face to face. Elton eventually takes over the stage for himself, and he even plays one of Billy's favorites, New York State of Mind. There's eventually a 10-minute intermission, and then it's Billy's turn. He rocks the crowd for about an hour and a half. He plays Elton's Yellow Brick Road. Eventually, Elton joins him on stage. The two end the show. They play for about an hour, playing each other's music and some covers. And if you're worried about a bad seat, don't be. There are enormous screens on either side of the stage that make Billy and Elton even larger than life. Rob?
All right, Lauren, that's true. In fact, I was looking at the stadium earlier, and really there isn't a bad seat anywhere. Even the ones that are far away, you still have a great vantage point here from the stadium. Another thing that you're going to have to watch out for here tonight as you're enjoying the concert, there will be some aircraft hovering, probably some news helicopters, as was the case during the Rolling Stones concert. But something else you're going to see is the blockbuster blimp. It spent the day parked at the North Little Rock Airport. The giant airship is 132 feet long and 42 feet high and is filled with helium. It will hover over the stadium at about 1,500 feet. The pilot says flying the blimp is like being in a plane and a boat at the same time. Look outside recently, you know it is a beautiful day, but here at the concert we have, I guess, two different vantage points. I'm up here in the press box where it's nice and cool, but Ned is right there on the floor. He's got the sun shining on him. It's a little bit warmer down there, isn't it, Ned?
A lot warmer, but actually, well, the good news tonight for you coming to the concert, for the first hour or so until sun goes down completely, it's going to be a little bit on the warm side as temperatures moved up into the 70s, but then as the sun goes down, we're going to see the temperatures dropping off to comfortable levels tonight, so you might want to bring a light jacket along as well. Rob, as you mentioned, a beautiful night tonight, and about a little over 2 hours from now, this stadium is going to be filled with over 40,000 people, and I think I can pretty well guarantee right now that you will not need to drag an umbrella around. A little bit different weather forecast than we had the last major concert that came in last November, as you remember, but this one is going to be a beautiful night tonight as far as the weather is concerned. One of the most successful concert tours of 1994 went out on the road, this Elton John and Billy Joel concert, making some $47 million, and word is that the two performers had such a great time that they decided to take their act on the road for a limited engagement during the spring of '95, and we're real happy that they added Little Rock War Memorial Stadium to their concert list. Let's take a look at our temperatures at this hour. As I mentioned, some changes in number one, warmer temperatures and a brisk southwesterly wind.
It's the place to be at War Memorial Stadium. Let's go back to Rob. And Rob, I'm just curious. I know you have tickets tonight. Do you have a favorite of Billy and Elton?
Actually, you know, they can play just about anything. I prefer Elton a little bit more than Billy as far as the music goes. I think they're both great performers, though, and I think they're going to play off each other very well tonight, so it should be pretty good. But coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we're going to tell you there's a lot of people responsible for this success. We're going to introduce you to one man who's very responsible for the success of War Memorial. Karen?
All right, Rob, we're looking forward to it. The tens of thousands of people heading to Little Rock tonight for the Elton John Billy Joel concert. I'm Karen Fuller.
And I'm Rob Johnson, live at War Memorial Stadium. The gates opened at 5:30 just about 30 minutes ago, and people have already begun streaming in. They're playing a little music for us right now. The sound check is complete, and we just had a scaffolding break over on the American side, the Billy Joel side. We hope that's not a precursor of things to come later in the evening. About 50 to 100 people began setting up this elaborate stage on Tuesday. Their work is complete. Everything appears to be a go. Tickets are still available, folks. The $51 tickets, the good tickets, are still available. So if you want to make some last-minute plans, you might want to come out here tonight. The concert starts at 7:30. And also, we want to tell you to get a pen and paper handy because we have some advice for you coming up a little bit later in the program about things you need to know if you're coming to the Elton John Billy Joel concert tonight. This is Rob Johnson reporting live at War Memorial Stadium. We'll have more later in the broadcast, but let's send it back to the studio and Karen for a look at the other day's news. Live to War Memorial Stadium, where we're anticipating Billy and Elton here in about an hour and 15 minutes. You couldn't have ordered up a more perfect night for the weather. Ned Permey's down on the field. He's going to take full credit for it, right, Ned?
Oh, absolutely right, Rob. You know, as a matter of fact, I've heard several people complaining. Lauren Glassberg is one that it's too hot here on the floor. But actually, we've got a great night, and after the sun goes down, it's going to turn kind of cool pretty fast as well. We've got the forecast and the weekend weather scale coming up. As you can see behind me, the stands are starting to fill up, so are the floor. And we've got these two people right here, have been here since 8 o'clock last night. They have been sitting in these chairs since 8 o'clock. I'm just kidding. Where are y'all from?
Maryland.
Maryland? Boy, they come a long way for this concert. And, Rob, as you mentioned, we got some 200 security people. When you see event security, stay away from these guys. Not only will they help you find your seat, but they're going to be here after the concert. The concert should be over with about midnight, and a lot of these security people, their job, one of their jobs, is to tear down these 7,500 chairs on the floor and load them up. And most of these security people not only will be here for the concert, but probably all night long. It's going to be a wonderful event tonight, and the weather is absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned, we are going to see a nice cool down after sunset tonight. Our temperatures at this hour and throughout the day today warmed up into the 80s at most all locations, upper 70s across the northern section.
Back live to War Memorial Stadium. Needless to say, when you have a big event like this, you see a lot of air vehicles, if you will. During the Rolling Stones concert, we saw several news helicopters flying around, and needless to say, we'll probably see some of those again tonight. But we're also going to see one of 9 blimps in the United States, and Suzanne Wynn is going to show us all about the Blockbuster.
The type of stage that they had in this facility with some modifications and work, I think that made it aware to other people that they could also bring their shows in.
And they are bringing their shows here. Elton and Billy play tonight.
On my picture seem to fade to black and white.
And the Eagles come next month. But sky is the limit here at this 55,000-seat facility. Renovations are coming within the year, and undoubtedly more great concerts. A tribute to the selfless Steelman, his staff, and the people who enjoy the stadium.
We're very proud. Our staff and our commission is very proud to have the opportunity to, again, utilize this facility for the great people of the state of Arkansas, because that's who it belongs to. It belongs to the people of the state of Arkansas.
Harold Steelman, coach and esteemed stadium manager, working in the spirit of Arkansas. Indeed, he has been a busy man. I've seen him run around all day, but he's got everything very well prepared, and everybody's ready to go. If you can't make it to the concert tonight, be sure to tune in at 10 o'clock. Lauren Glassberg will highlight everything from tonight's concert. If you can make it, it starts at 7:30. We hope you have a great weekend. Good night.
The two then performed Honesty, a song written by Billy Joel. But the crowd went wild when it was time for Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. music. 40,000 people have gathered here at War Memorial Stadium. So far, they've been treated to about 2 hours of powerful music, and there's still almost 2 more hours to come.
Karen, Lauren, you are so lucky. Any problems with the concert tonight?
It's run pretty smoothly. We've seen a couple of drunk people escorted off by police, but as Rob reported at 6 o'clock, a scaffolding on the left side of the stage collapsed. There were no injuries resulting from that, but where there were normally 2 large screens blowing up Elton John and Billy Joel so the people in the back could see them, there's now only 1. But that certainly hasn't taken away from this show. It is incredible.
All right, Lauren, we'll set you free, and you can go back in there and enjoy